Oh, here's the news I've been waiting for. Lawsuit claims Ohio marijuana rules on advertising products violate voter-backed law. Article by the Columbus Dispatch and Haley B. Miller, October 1st, 2025. So Ohio marijuana companies sued regulators over product and advertising rules, saying they're too strict and violate the law approved by voters. Cleveland-based Ancient Roots, Akron-based Fire Rock, and 5 other businesses filed a lawsuit September 17th against the Division of Cannabis Control, which oversees the state's marijuana program. The move came nearly 2 years after Ohioans legalized recreational marijuana in November 2023 election. Adult use marijuana sales began August 2024. The lawsuit contends Ohio is requiring companies to follow outdated guidance from the medical cannabis program that doesn't comply with the new law. I thought we would have seen a little bit of growth and more people would know and understand what's going on, said Brian Wingfield, co-founder of Ohio Cannabis Company, one of the businesses that sued. It would be a lot nicer if we were running under a recreational program. A spokesperson for the Division of Cannabis Control declined on the pending litigation. The lawsuit blasts Ohio Marijuana Agency for strict, confusing rules. The voter-backed law, known as Issue 2, gave the division until September 2024 to issue dual-use licenses for businesses already in medical market. It also instructed regulators to set rules for licensing, advertising, product standards, and more. The rulemaking process hasn't gone as quickly as business owners hoped. The legislature's ongoing debate over whether to change the marijuana law stalled the division's work. Superintendent Jim Canepa told the State House Bureau in July. Canepa said regulators have cranked it back and don't drag their feet. The division has drafted rules for products and advertising with an emphasis on ensuring they don't appeal to children. In August, the agency issued long-awaited guidance allowing companies to manufacture and sell pre-rolled joints. In their complaint, marijuana operators said the division created unnecessary hurdles and uncertainty over what is and isn't allowed. The state told Ohio Cannabis Company that it can't include the phrase Merry Christmas in advertisements or promote holiday deals, in part because holidays are geared towards children, according to court documents. Officials also rejected certain names for cannabis strains, including Strawberry Shortcake, Candy Cane, and Shadow Realm, according to the lawsuit. Ohio prohibits companies from naming strains after flavors that aren't naturally found in cannabis because it could make products attractive to children. Whole time, the legal industry, you have to be 21 years and up. So you can't just walk into a dispensary without being ID'd, you know what I mean, twice. You're ID'd as soon as you walk in, and then when you actually get to the counter to purchase your product, you're ID'd again. Business owners say these restrictions confuse customers and fly in the face of industry standards. In an affidavit, Wellsprings Field CEO Mark Hobson said the company is perpetually operating in a state of confusion and unsure if something allowed yesterday will be permitted tomorrow. Because there is no current statutory framework, Hobson said, the DCC is constantly moving the goalposts, preventing licensees like us from having a fair shot to operate in the free market. State government reporter Haley B. Miller can be reached at hbmiller@gannett.com or at Haley B. Miller on X. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you're an Ohioan, if you're a cannabis consumer. I've been waiting for a lawsuit. I've been calling for a lawsuit. I think patients and citizens should be calling for a lawsuit of some of these cannabis companies as well, because we don't know how much money they're making. But we do know the state has made over $3 billion in medical and recreational sales. They've made over $800 million in a year doing adult use and recreational sales. So, and obviously, you know, a lot of these white folks do not want to talk about the last 60 years, the past 70 years of the war on drugs and prohibition of cannabis, and how it's negatively impacted our communities economically, environmentally, socially, for a plant that's now legal and being sold, that we can't compete with because we can't get involved in the actual industry because it costs $10 million, $50 million to own and operate a dispensary, processor, or cultivator, right? And they're not allowing craft grow licenses. They're not allowing tier 3. You can do your own grow. You can't sell weed, though. You can grow your own up to 12 plants, but you can't sell it. We have no consumption lounges, so if you don't own a home, Where do you consume it at? I mean, without, jeopardizing getting kicked out of your apartment, stuff like that. So, folks need to step up in the state. Stop just expecting these state politicians and business leaders to do things that are right for you. They're going to do things that are right for them as a business owner. So let me know in the comments what y'all think about this.